Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Back in the Corner podcast. I'm Keegan, this is Nebraska, Caleb and Leah. And how are we doing?
Cold.
Now we're doing good.
Good.
Cannot complain.
Good.
It's raining, winter, but we're still here, we're still ready.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Today, we've got the honor of Liyabona hosting our episode today.
Yep.
The last episode of this mini-series that we've got going on where each one of us hosts.
Yeah.
So I'm excited, and Leah, over to you.
Okay, so guys, I'm glad that you guys are doing well, and obviously, having the honor to host this episode, it's something that has been dwelling on my mind for the past few episodes, because I think I got my topic like 2 episodes ago. So now, obviously, what we're going to be talking about today is seasons, and the topic is going to be like learning and unlearning. And then, so the first question I have for you guys is, how would you guys define seasons? What is your definition of seasons?
I think specific moments in your life that you can look back on.
Mm-hmm.
I think when you're in it, you don't really know it's like a season. Because I know everyone's like, oh, it's just a season I'm going through. But I think when you're outside of it more, you get a bit more subjective and be like, oh, I was in a season of loss or mourning. Now I'm in a season of reaping and harvesting, things like that. I think it's like pivotal moments in your life that you can look back on.
Yeah, I think that exactly what Neb said, but it's also one thing about seasons is it's not like the actual seasons of the year. There isn't really a time frame. Like that's one thing that stands out for me is that a season is something that is like a pivotal moment in your life, but it's not defined by a set time or anything.
You can even go jump from like the season now, then it's like something else, and then it's right back into that season. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's just different phases of your life.
Yeah.
And some are shorter than others, some are longer than others.
Yeah.
But yeah, it could be examples like Neb's mentioned, examples of like mourning, or like you're going through the highest of life, the highest point of your life. So like you're the happiest. But then, yeah, it's just different phases.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, my definition of that is like, I see seasons as like a training ground in preparation of what's next. Do you get me? So like everything that you go through in life is something that is going to prepare you for something that is better than what you're going through.
Yeah.
Obviously, because seasons are good and bad. And then, like how do we then navigate a bad season? How would you navigate a bad season? Or how have you navigated a bad season in your life to be where you are right now?
Yeah. I think sometimes, like Neb's also said, you don't even know when you're in the season.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's more of, looking what you can do in that moment, because you might even not even know you're in that season.
Yeah.
But what can you do in that moment? Like maybe you're just going through a tough time at school.
Yeah.
What's gonna inspire you? Might inspire, enlighten you. Bring a little bit of joy. It might not be something to do with the actual school. Like if I'm sitting there in English and I'm like, nah, I can't do this. I can't write. I don't want to do this. I might still be getting 40s throughout the end of the year, but maybe the joy and light is where I find myself otherwise. Sport, friends, and I think it allows you to not be stuck in something, because yes, that might be for years before that thing, you actually find a breakthrough in that season. But if you're not finding other ways to, keep a little bit of light, it's like, how are you going to do that? And I was thinking now, the other in our passions, the last
episode,
your episode, yes. Sorry,
The previous episode,
you went through a tough season with the foreman.
Yeah.
Now, quickly, as fast as you can, how did you get through that?
I felt my emotions. I had other outlets where I could express myself.
Yeah.
Obviously, the disappointment, the anger, I might even put that in there. The anger, it was just like, I just had to go through that.
Yeah.
As an individual, like isolation, I was like, I just didn't want to associate with anyone. And then I decided, okay, you know what? Now it's time to get back in the ring, you know, and fight. Yeah. But yeah, that's how I navigated that season of my life.
Yeah, I think how I navigated through seasons like that. Let's say I would go through an injury. First of all, I would realize that at some point I would be healed again. So there's like an end to this.
Yeah.
But then in the season, in the pain or in the recovery, as Keegan said, you just have to find a way to kind of distract yourself, to not focus on being in that season.
Yeah.
But be around community, be around friends, or even just do what you can do. Yeah, do the best you can to aid that injury or aid that season that you're going through. So I think,
I think most of the times when I find myself in like a bad season, I don't even know I'm there until like not halfway through, but like till it's like at its worst. So how I've gotten through like bad seasons is kind of just allow myself to go through it, because I think that we always just want it to be like happy and joyful and like fun. But I think that we also forget how like in the bad seasons our personalities and our characters are really shaped. So I wouldn't say I always allow myself, because like in the moment I'm like, this sucks, like I hate this, I hate my life, like but then the person that I come out like on at the end, like I can look back and be like, okay, well, you did that, you can do like difficult things, so that when it comes again, or maybe Keeks comes to me, he's like, oh, Nebraska, I'm really struggling with this and this, and then I wouldn't say that's your sole purpose to go through a bad season, but like Caleb said, like then you have a community that can help you through it as well. And maybe it sounds like I don't have a community when I'm going through something bad, but obviously, yes, like I think it's so important to rely on your community, but I also think it's important to know to navigate it yourself. Because when you are a little too reliant on someone else to get through it, you'll always rely on that person to get through everything bad. And it's good to lean on someone when you're going through something bad, but it's also important to sit with yourself, sit with like God, and kind of find the plan to get through it and not rely on someone else's plan to get through it.
Like, exactly what you see, like, acknowledge it.
Acknowledge it, yeah.
Because some people will sit through it and they're like, no, but it's actually not affecting them.
It's actually not that bad.
Yeah.
No, it's not that bad. And then they get to like their breaking point where they snap.
Because I think it's just all in your head also.
Yeah.
You really think about it.
Actually, I don't think it's in your head. And I know that sounds like a bit bad, but I think that we trick ourselves to be like, Nebraska, your anxiety, it's in your head. Like it's in your head. And yeah, maybe like a little bit of it is in my head, but the other part, there are real factors affecting me.
True.
If that makes sense. Maybe like my job, like it's real factors that are affecting me. Maybe a friendship or relationship, it's a real factor that's affecting me. There's something actively happening there. I think another way to get through a bad season is to identify what is causing this. Because sometimes it's not even you. Sometimes you are just, maybe you're doing some really bad things. Like it's always like, what's the reason for going through, like, oh, like, Lord, help me. You are the reason.
That's true.
So then now, how do you then identify steps into getting through that? Because you said, like you mentioned, sometimes it's not even you know, that's causing you to feel the way that you feel, and it's other things like people, your workplace, or stuff like that. So now how do you then approach, or how do you then formulate a plan to approach or counter this problem that is causing you to feel this way in that season, for you to get through it?
Take a step back.
Okay.
Take a step back. I think we often want to over-involve ourselves in everything. So now we're busy with all these things and we don't know why our life is in turmoil. So I think take a step back. I don't mean like stop texting your friends, stop hanging out with your friends. Take a step back, analyze, wait, this friendship has me out drinking every weekend. This job has me stressed, my hair's falling out. This place is really affecting my health. Like, why are my lungs black? You know what I'm saying? And take a step back and maybe be like, okay, this is not a friendship that I should carry on. Maybe I should look for a different job. Don't quit your job now, but maybe I should look for a different job.
First consult.
Consult, and maybe this place, maybe this is an area I shouldn't really be in. Maybe this is a place I should get out of. And it's never such a quick fix. It's never that quick of a fix. But I think it's important that if you can identify at least one thing that's causing it, and sometimes it is you. Sometimes your habits are affecting you. Yeah, of course, if you smoke 2 packs of cigarettes a day, you're gonna get lung cancer. Like, come on.
I think simple way, like that, you've got to take a step back and look, but it's also like in a season you may be feeling something. One emotion might be heightened or something by whatever's going on in that season. Maybe identifying the way you feel in certain scenarios, I think is really important, because just like the negative things can make us feel some type of way.
Yeah.
But it's also, it's like you can go through things that really challenge you, but that'll really grow you, and you can go through things that really just bring you so much, like whatever, you just enjoy it, whatever, and it just brings you down at the same time. And I think identifying when you feel this emotion, like maybe not even while you're going through it, but afterwards you may be like, that brought me no purpose.
Yeah.
And you could be like, wow, because in this thing I might be feeling no purpose here.
Yeah.
This I'm feeling somewhere else. But now I can identify, these are the things, maybe I need to step back from those things and relook at how I'm approaching them.
Yeah.
Because that's ultimately the things that are going to make me feel that way constantly.
Yeah.
Because in a moment, it's not always the same way you feel. When you're grieving somebody, you're not sad all the time. You'll have moments where you even more sad, when you're not as sad. There'll be moments of joy especially when you're spending that time with your family. The reason you're together is to help each other, feel enlightened.
Yeah.
But your ultimate feeling is, you've got that feeling of mourning, of grief.
Yeah.
But where are the moments that are like, altering something, and the moments where it's like, okay, wait, I know how I can get through this.
Okay. So now, in terms of that, what has been a season where you guys learned the most about yourselves and those that are around you?
Yeah.
So like, obviously identify the season. You don't have to disclose all the information, but it's like something that taught you the most about yourself.
Yeah.
That led you to be the person that you are today.
I can shoot straight at Caleb.
Yeah.
I think for all of us was when he left
to
go to Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
I think not only did, as a friendship group, as individual friendships, individual relationships, learn a lot, but I'm sure he definitely learned a lot, because he was in the harder position than the rest of us.
Yeah, I think a season that definitely had me learn a lot about myself is, I wouldn't say a season of isolation, but just being alone. And just going through my day-to-day alone. Even like after matric, when most of my friends went to uni and I was still at home and I was like home alone.
Yeah.
It made me sit down a lot and just think, because I didn't have much to do but to think. So I thought about who I was, what I wanted to do, my past mistakes, my past victories, and what I just wanted to do with my life. Then that's when I found like my purpose, my passions. Obviously my passions are still developing, but that's when I found the base of it. So I think that's just that moment, or that phase, or that time frame of just me. I wasn't alone as in I had no one around me, but
most of the time
spending my time, spending my nights, spending my days alone, thinking. That definitely taught me a lot about myself. And also, when I then became more open to be in a community or to have more friends, it then also just gave me the opportunity to know the people that I'm choosing to be in a community with. Because then they also just not redefine me, but they also add or subtract to who I am. So then, because I knew that I want a future like this, a prosperous future, I wouldn't then also be friends with people who aren't friends to my destiny. So yeah, just that moment of, just a time frame or phase of being alone in my thoughts shaped who I am, and also just made me discover myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gosh, which season didn't change me? It, I think a season that really showed me a lot about myself and a lot about people around me. I wouldn't say necessarily shaped me, but kind of revealed something. Was when like one of my parents passed away, and it was in the middle of my exams at college. I still passed really well, but it was in the middle of my like exams, and it wasn't even necessarily like, I don't want to say mourning, but it really had like when you have things that you don't deal with, then they have like a very sneaky way of coming out.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You know, so it had really like brought to the surface a lot of things that like you can't bury in like grief, if that makes sense. So I wouldn't say the grief was what shaped me. I think what I learned about myself while grieving is what shaped me, and what I learned about people around me. Because you'd actually be surprised how many people don't care.
Yeah.
You'd actually be surprised how many people don't care. But it was a very good like moment for me to be like, okay, surprising, this is what I want in life. This is what I want in friendships, and this is what I want in a relationship. Because it was like, this is how I feel right now, and this is what I would like, if that makes sense. And another really, 2023, I was going to say January 1st, 2023 to 31st of December 2023. That whole year, like, really taught me how to, like, be, I don't want to say strong, but, like, be strong in who I am. To not, like, accept anything less than that. And also, it was, like, a season of isolation, too, for most of that year. So it was, like, I think maybe that's where, like, my overthinking stopped being so crazy, if that makes sense. It was, like, a time that I knew how to regulate my emotions.
Okay.
I'd say that. Yeah, I feel like every single thing that's ever happened to me has shaped me and has changed me and has shown me. Yeah, so I can't really put it to two or like to one exact moment. I think that in everything, I mean, friendships, like my friendships now have changed me. Last year has changed me so much. When Caleb went away, like it changed me. When I was able to spend more time with Caleb, like that changed me.
Keegan.
You're Keegan.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. When I spent so much time with I spent a lot of time with Keegan last year, November, December, Jan. I spent a lot of time with Keegs, and that was great. And making new friends like shape you. So I don't think it's one specific moment. I think it's many.
Okay.
Keegan, of course.
Yeah, so for myself, Caleb, I just wanna. No, I'm kidding. But I think my first year of varsity, that year was a lovely like season in so many ways, because I met new people. I was growing in my own responsibility, growing in the places that I wanted to be in those times. But the one thing that I was lacking, I identified from early, was a purpose during that year. And I think, when you're living without a purpose, you kind of just lost. And you might not look lost, but you kind of are lost. Because when you have a purpose, when you living for something, you feel so much more, like there's a goal, like there's something that you want to reach, there's something that you want to do, there's something that inspires you without even having to think about it. That things inspires you. That season of not having a purpose was like just that heavily changed my mind, because in friendships I was growing. I met lovely people. I met Leah in my first year of uni. Sport I was playing, so that was a big thing. I was doing good there. Doing things, going out, whatever. There was lots of that. A lot of things too. I wasn't down and out, but I had no purpose. And that really it made me take a lot of time to think about, well, what is next? Am I just gonna live for what everyone says you should? You should work to get money. You should do this to do this to do this. but was I going to do that without a purpose? I was like, the way this is carrying on now, if I'm going to carry on studying like this for how many years, I was lost in that aspect.
Yeah.
And then to find, something that I was purposeful about, it changed my view that sometimes the moments where we walk through life and the seasons that we walk through, those aren't seasons forever.
Okay.
Those aren't seasons that are gonna keep you trapped there, or those aren't things that you have to stay in because you've made a decision that puts you in the season. And I think that really altered it for me, because I was like, oh, I'm going through this season now, but now a season has allowed me to see that I don't need to stay in the season. And I was like, okay, that's pretty cool. And there's a lot less structure in terms of that. Last year, especially when you're studying, I mean, you guys are both studying, there's a structure. You've got to go to campus, you've got to do assignments, you've got to hand things in, you've got classes, you've got all of that.
Man, hey, yo.
And, I mean, doing school and then going to studying, you kind of keep that structure throughout. Mm-hmm. So there's been a lot less structure for me in terms of that. But knowing that I have purpose now, I'm excited for a season that I haven't even stepped into yet.
No, I thank you guys for sharing. And I think for me, a season where I learned the most about myself and those around me was the season where it was from 2024, late 2024 into mid 2026, somewhere there. Because I was in a very, I wouldn't, for the lack of a better word, I was very in my head. 2024 and 2025.
Yeah.
Because I was in my head about a lot of things. Because obviously, I just, came through a season of going through initiation and all those things, and then I just got to a stage where I was very stagnant. I was very restricted in the things I could do, and that just led me to being so emotionally, unavailable for many things, because I was so in my head, yo, I can't do this because A, B, and C, and then it led me to just being angry at myself.
Yeah.
Because why did I put myself in a situation? And then that season was just okay, now it's coming to an end. Now I see people more than I used to. I can get into spaces where I couldn't get into spaces before, in the last 6 months or something. And I had this conversation. With the person that I hold dear to my heart, because they were there even before I went through that, And we were just talking about seasons and where we come from and where we are right now. And we were just reflecting, going with the back and forth about how God has, just allowed us to walk through these doors.
Yeah.
Because it's we were really hesitant to fully accept that, if I really try hard enough, I'll go through this and I'll see the light.
Yeah.
Do you get me? And just last year, man, 2024, a bit of last year, I was just I was in a space that I was what am I doing? I was very gullible, to say the least, because I was down to do whatever. It's oh, you want to go there? let's do it. I was let's do it.
Yeah, at least you're doing it with me,
I was okay, you want to go there? Well, let's go, Yeah. I was really, in that season. But now that you've stepped into that season, I've stepped into a season where I'm really intentional about what I spend my time on, who I spend it with. And it just shaped my life way better, because now I run a street program. Yeah. And like I said in the other episode, I don't know whose episode is this. I was I'm just in a season of pruning.
Yeah.
That's the current season that I'm in right now, where God is revealing things to me that I couldn't see before. In my relationships with people, I don't really share the same relationships with the people that I had in my life last year.
Yeah.
I think they can see that, and I've explained to them like, this is where I'm at, and you currently are not the person that I go to when I need to talk to about a certain thing.
Yeah.
And it's not even personal. To get me, so that's the season I'm in right now.
Yeah.
And my biggest outtake is that you can never really go through something without community.
Yeah, that's true.
So after the season of isolation,
Yeah.
is the part where you go through something with community that builds you. So I want to know from you guys, what season are you in right now, and what has been your biggest outtake from it
so far?
Well, right now I'm in winter, and the biggest outtake I've taken from
That it's cold.
It's very cold.
It's cold. So
No, I'm kidding. Sorry. I think I'm in a season of I'm in a season of patience right now, but I'm also in a season of just like settling. I've been very much, in the past few years, whatever, trying to find where I need to be, what is the right place for me, what are the the people that I want to keep in my life, I've noticed that especially this year, I still have friends from many years, through high school, but from high school I've only got 2 friends that I still keep contact with.
Yeah.
2 friends, regular contact, 2 friends from high school, and that's it. And I've noticed that the people that I want in my life, it's kind of just, settling in that aspect from where I was, and now the season that I'm in now, it's like there's a lot more people flowing into my life, but not on the same level as a relationship as I have with a few people that have been in my life for a bit longer. And that season of patience, it's been a very hard thing for me in many work, at home, friendships, everything. It's just there's been so much patience that I've had to hold on to, and I think it's been good, and I've come to understand the value of time, but also the value of not everything needs you all the time. Yeah, sometimes it's important that you put your time towards something, but I'm in that season where I've noticed that instead of me trying to be everywhere all at once with everything and make everyone feel like this with everything, maybe play this sport all the time. I've noticed, put your time where you need to put your time. That's kind of where I'm at with my seasons now. Yeah.
Okay.
Can I answer me? I don't know, because I don't. I generally don't know. I think that in the last past 6 months have been every month has been so different, and everything has been so different in my life that maybe a season of change, a lot of change is happening. I've got so much change coming up, and everything's just changing, and I'm so tired. I think that it's a season of change, because I think similar to Keegan, I think maybe just a little in the opposite. There are people that have been in my life for that were in my life for 10 years that I don't speak to anymore. And not even in a negative sense. It's just our lives are different now. So yeah, and then there are things that are so new that I'm so grateful for, and that will probably be in my life for the rest of my life. I think a lot. But I definitely think a season of change. I couldn't really tell you, and I don't think this is a really good answer. I'm sorry.
Okay. No.
But when so much is happening all at once, so you don't even know what thing is what's happening right now. That is my life right now.
You'll get to reflect on it once it's passed.
But I think maybe now that you've asked me, now I'm gonna take some time to reflect on it and be hey, maybe
This is
Maybe
actually
what
what
is
it
going
is.
on?
Yeah.
Maybe a season of trying new things. I think oh my word, yes. Guys, a season of literally trying new things. Like, I've done so much. It's so bad, but I've tried new things. Like, when the other night I had a steak for the first time. Other day I had bacon.
Yeah.
Like, I'm dancing again, like we've mentioned in
Yeah.
every other episode.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just trying new things, changing things up, trying new things.
Beautiful, beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful. The brother.
The season that I'm currently in right now, it's a season of waiting. Whether it be financially, physically, emotionally, spiritually, I'm just waiting. Waiting on who? Waiting on the Lord. To meet me at my point of need. So I think I'm also just in a season of not trying new things, but building on new things.
Yes.
And
Yes.
building on new
Yes.
things and just solidifying
The foundations.
foundations.
Yeah.
So it's just a season of waiting. I don't know how to explain it, if I can even explain it further, but it's just a season of waiting. And
Yeah.
some days, well, every single day looks different. Some days I feel like I'm waiting for nothing.
Yeah.
Some days I feel like, okay, you know what, I can actually wait.
Yeah.
Some days I can't wait.
Something is coming.
So I'm just, my patience is being built, but also my trust and faith in the Lord is also just being built.
Okay. No, that's beautiful. I think I can relate to that. Well, everything that you guys have said, because I've also tried new things. You know, I've also, learned to be more patient with people and things that are in my life. And also just building my foundations in different relationships with people and just with myself also. Because I think it's good to also just give yourself some grace.
Yeah.
Because you can't always be on the go mode, like, yo, it's time to do, you know what I'm saying? I feel like it's always good to also just, just keep like calm and just be in the moment and actually feel your emotions sometimes, you know? So, with that being said, I just wanted to say something or ask you rather, and then I'll just say something after that.
Yeah.
What are new habits that you guys are learning and what are habits that you guys are unlearning? And with that being said, I wanted to quote something from yesterday's sermon by Pastor Sanger.
Before you quote,
Yeah.
I was playing with Hillsong United.
Yeah.
We played a team called Good Habits.
Yeah.
Like, you were saying, like, what are some new habits?
Yeah.
And I was like thinking, we played a team called Good Habits.
Yeah, good habits. With that being said, I just wanted to say this because I heard this yesterday in the sermon, and he said that facing your past is not just a once-off occasion. So now, in that season of unlearning, or in that time of unlearning and learning new things, what is something that you guys look back on, and it's like, I've come really far, hey?
I think for me, it's unlearning habits that I built as a teenager. Like, these are mental habits, these are physical habits, like things that I thought was healthy as like a kid, like that are not as much healthy. So
No, we're not.
No, we're not.
not.
We are young adults.
Very much young adults.
Super duper young adults. No, it's okay. I think just unlearning habits that I thought was so cool and so swaggy when I was a kid, when I was a teenager, because it was actually incredibly destructive. And new things I'm doing now is this sounds so big, but like taking care of my body.
Yeah.
I think I always used to be like pretty healthy and pretty like, structured and intense. But I think that now like it's more like healthy. Like I'm building healthy habits. Like I take care of my body. I nourish my body. I make sure that things are good. I want to be stronger as a habit that I'd like to build.
Yeah.
But since I get past 6 kgs, then I think that, and also like because we always say like, have grace for like other people, but a habit that I'm building for myself is just have a bit more grace for myself to like also maybe I don't know if this is like a habit, but I hate when people say stupid. I hate when people say stupid. I hate the word. Okay,
Yeah.
I think it is incredibly silly.
Yeah.
So instead of stupid, I say silly.
Yeah.
So So it's when I say silly,
Yeah.
but it makes me say it less, if that makes sense. It makes me say it less because who wants to say the word silly?
Mm-hmm.
You know? But yeah,
That's
just
silly.
That's very simple.
That's very silly.
That's very simple.
Okay.
But that also makes sense to me.
Yeah.
One thing that in like my earlier years of high school, also not as much in my later years, but it was just like swearing
Mm-hmm.
was something that, because it was like in high school it's a norm.
Yeah, it's like every
yeah.
every
It's a
other
norm.
kid,
You're
every
like,
other kid
yeah,
says,
yeah.
this and that.
And that was something that towards my later years of high school I just wanted to break.
Yeah.
And I think it was only really like last year that it doesn't even, it's not even a part of my vocabulary anymore. Like, obviously, like, you know what the words are, but like, even thinking of saying them or whatever, it doesn't even come up, You know how sometimes people, they're like, saying a sentence and they're like,
Yeah.
that doesn't even happen to me anymore because that, what saying was saying, if you can repeat it again.
Facing your past
Yeah.
is not a once-off
Yes.
occasion.
And that, I thought of that exactly because he also said the thing of overcoming daily.
Yes.
So that habit that I chose to break was something that I had to tell myself every day that I'm going to break. Not on a Monday and then Sunday I'm like, okay, maybe I must do it this week also. No,
Yeah.
every single day that habit, I told myself that I wanted to break, and it was good. And also now it's like, now I'm trying to find myself in like new habits. Like, I don't have a set routine anymore. Like, I always wake up early, but sometimes I don't have things to do until maybe 12,
Yeah.
1. And the habit I'm trying to get at now is, even if there's nothing to do the whole day, I just want to get out of bed at 8 o'clock. If sometimes it'll be earlier, and that's fine. But 8 o'clock is the cutoff. Like, you can't be in bed after that.
Yeah.
It's too late.
I think you must talk to this brother.
But that's for myself.
Come on,
because I feel like if I make a habit a priority in the morning,
Yeah.
it sets me up for a day.
Yeah. Win your day, bro.
Yeah, because now in the
Win your
morning
day.
I've made a priority to enforce a habit. Then I can do it throughout the rest of the day.
Yeah.
It's like brushing your teeth. I hope you all brush your teeth every day. Do you brush your teeth every day?
Yes.
Okay, you see, it's like that. You don't even think about that because it was enforced to you.
Yeah.
Like,
It's like,
brushing your teeth every day, you should.
yeah.
Twice a day is better.
Someone once said you brush your teeth in the morning to keep your friends and you brush your teeth at night to keep your teeth. I don't know why I just thought of that now.
Yours also. But those small habits, I think that's what I'm trying to focus on. The small habits.
things.
Because I think jumping to the big is easy in your mind.
Yeah.
Okay, I need to change the big thing. But how are you going to change the big thing if you don't change the small things first?
Okay.
How are you gonna
stepping stones?
Yeah, like, it's how are you gonna put a cupboard in if you don't drill all the screws first? you know? It's not the big thing first.
Yeah.
You have to
The
set
holes.
it up. Exactly.
Yes.
And I think that's one thing for me is like focus on the small things.
Yeah.
Because when you start to prioritize the small things, then it becomes easier with the big things. And breaking habits, breaking cycles, and that.
Yeah.
Like, how do you find yourself forming a habit with your training?
Well, I was actually going to speak on that. That's one habit I'm trying to work on. That I'm working on. Just being disciplined in my training.
Yeah.
Or being disciplined to say or to do what I've said I would do. Yeah. So if I say tomorrow I'm running 5 kilometers, I should wake up tomorrow and I should run the 5 kilometers. But also another habit that I've been learning recently or getting back into is my academics. So whatever time I'm given, or whenever I do find myself in a space of like, okay, now I actually need to study. I actually study.
Yeah.
I actually need to focus and study so that
Lucky, bro.
when like the important days like assessments, like exams or tests come,
Yeah.
whatever time I did have, whatever time I did have, I use it to my full capability.
Yeah. I
in
think
terms
it's
of
just
studying.
buying yourself time also.
Yes.
Because I think in that habit, it's like you work in advance.
Yes.
So that when the thing comes, you don't feel the pressure.
Yes.
As much as you would if you didn't prepare in advance.
Yeah.
No,
Because
I
also
get you.
my days look different. So also just a new habit that I want to continue working on is just refining my schedule,
Yes.
my weeks. Because for now they look similar, yes, but there's some things just don't look the same every
Yeah.
single week. So just having that structure, I think, will set me up good for my training
Yeah.
and for my academics.
Yeah.
And also just spending time doing nothing and resting. Yeah.
Crucial.
It's very crucial.
I think in that is like, for me, one habit that I'm trying to unlearn is complacency. And then also just being so fixated on perfection. You know, because I think we sometimes get into our heads about things, how we want things to be done.
Yeah.
And how they should look and everything, instead of just starting.
So
You
just
know,
doing that.
you know, because like with this podcast even, for example, there's a vision. Someday we might be in a studio, we might have the best equipment in the world, shooting with FX3s.
Shout out to the person who wants to sponsor.
You know,
Waiting
that
on
it
you.
might look very different maybe
Yeah.
2 years from now, even a year from now. It will look very different, you know, and I think that's something that I'm trying to learn. It's just starting. You know, choosing to just go in head first without thinking about it too much. Because that also just hinders us from actually just seeing how something might turn out. Because if you think about it too much, it's like, yo, I see this person doing this. How should I start? By just doing it. I think that's the safest thing that I could say right now.
We'll use the example of our challenge.
Yes. So like even the challenge of like running 5K every other weekday has been
That's not what I heard.
To my knowledge, it was supposed to be every day.
guys, like you said, the schedule is different every week. You know, so it's like you just have to like
Next time.
alter it. But we get it done. Like him and I, if we miss a day, we run double just to make up for the day before.
I know it doesn't count, but in our heads
It makes sense.
In terms of volume.
Because the mileage.
In terms of volume.
Yeah.
Mileage.
Okay.
Yes. Because you can't fake kilometers.
You can't fake kilometers.
Yeah. If I'm supposed to run 5K today, 5K tomorrow, and I decide not today.
Now, what's
tomorrow
going to
I'm
happen when you miss
10K.
3 days?
Run 15K, bro.
Ultra.
No, you're not
No,
serious.
no. I think those are the things that I'm trying to learn. Obviously, like just being patient, you know, not thinking about things too much, and starting imperfectly.
Yeah.
Gradually, just obviously altering, reevaluating things here and there, and then also just leading into that. What is something that you guys? What does choosing to overcome every day look like for each one of you?
Choosing to overcome.
Yeah. Like, what is something that you tell yourself every day? Like, let's get it.
I tell myself the day is gonna end.
Yes.
I tell myself like the day will end. When I'm like in a 3-hour meeting,
Yeah.
it will end.
At
It
some
has
point.
to. It has.
At some
It has
point.
to. Like the sun will come out
Tomorrow.
tomorrow. I just
Yeah.
tell myself like it's gonna end and it won't always be this way.
Yeah.
Which is probably really bad advice, but that's. I think that the simpler the better. That eventually the day will end and tomorrow's another day to try again.
Yeah.
I also just really, really always am so grateful that I end work at 4. You know? Because I always think like, what happened if I had to stay here till 5?
Yeah.
What happened if I had to stay here till 6? You know,
That
what if I was
extra
working a
hour.
12-hour shift?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I always just think like, it will end. It won't always be this way. And tomorrow's another day.
We go again.
And some people aren't aren't as blessed to have another day, but that's why whenever we do get another day, I'm always like, another day to try.
Yeah.
Another day to try.
That's was my thing is tomorrow's not promised.
Yeah.
So I always try to live every day. Not as if it were my last day, but I try to live every single day intentionally.
Yeah.
If I give my 110% yesterday, why am I not giving it today? If I did that yesterday and yesterday was my last day, then I would have at least been in a moment where I'm giving everything. I'm not being like, oh, but I can do this tomorrow. I'm not less today. I'm not less. I don't like to have that mindset. I always try to find, like, I try to picture myself as positive as I can.
Yeah.
I really try to be as positive as I can in every stance. Even if I'm, 3 hours of sleep, I've been shouted at by 15 people. My boss is giving me nonsense.
Yeah.
All this other stuff. I really just try to be as positive as I can because every moment in life is not about you. It's not always about you. Like this. If I picture this podcast is only about me, that's going to affect you guys in a type of way, And that's how I try to say, it's like, live each day intentionally. Live each moment intentionally, because you'd never want to look back on a moment and be like, I could have done that.
Yeah.
And I found myself doing that before, and that's right. I wanted to change it. I don't want to find myself saying
you wish you could have done it.
I could have done that a better way.
Yeah.
I'd rather find myself give everything and understand that, like you said, with perfection, if you're giving your best, you're giving all that you have.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I don't tell myself this every single day, but it is. I just thought about it now, and it is a reminder that I do come across, at least weekly, is that everything that you do is somewhat compounding. So either be your training, or you even simply taking down notes in class. At the end of the day, it's all compounding to something big.
Yeah.
So, and also just being intentional. So if you're intentional with your training, if you're intentional with actually running 5K every single day, you might not see the benefit now, but like a month later, you're like 150 kilometers in, you're like, okay.
Feeling good.
My stamina feels good. Me running feels good. Even with studying, you don't have to study the whole syllabus in 1 month. But if you continually take notes every single day, by the end of the year or end of the semester, when you actually do write your exam, you're like, okay,
I understand.
because I intentionally did this every single day, this small thing every single day.
Yeah.
Now it's actually making sense. So, yeah, that's just one thing that I do tell myself, that whatever I do today is building up to something.
Yeah.
So I should do it intentionally, and also just the best of my ability.
Yeah.
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 That's good.
Well, yeah. For me, it's just being uncomfortable
Yeah.
every day
Yeah.
in what I can do, and what I want to do, in just being uncomfortable with everything. Because if you're being comfortable, complacency, like I said previously, I don't want to be complacent.
Yeah.
Even in my relationships, I want to reach different levels. It's like, I don't want to know Nibs as I've known her 2 months ago. Like, if she's still the same person, or like there's nothing that has changed about our relationship, and what is the purpose? Because if I haven't positively impacted her in any way, shape or form, and she hasn't done that for me, then I don't think, there's anything that we can, speak on and bond on, right? That for me. And then just to close us off, what is the season that each of us are looking forward to having?
My wedding season.
Having kids, bro. Having kids.
No, yes. Yes.
Waiting season.
Being a wife, that's the season I'm looking forward to.
Okay.
Being a stay-at-home wife that has a book club. You're laughing, but this is like a season I genuinely look forward to.
No, we speak about these
being a stay-at-home wife. I always, like, I never want to be a stay-at-home wife, but the more I work, the more I realize I think that's my calling.
Yeah.
But I'm serious. Maybe not stay-at-home wife, but a stay-at-home mom. I think that's something that I really want. That's a season I look forward to. But if we look in a season that's approaching now, maybe a season of independence away from my family. And not like I want to get rid of my family.
Yeah.
But I want to rely only on myself. Because I rely heavily on my mom. Shout out, mommy. Do you want to say hi? Do you want to say hi to my mom? Do you want to say hi to my mom? I think I look forward to a season like that. Just because I've always had my mom. I always have my mom. I've always had my siblings in the house. I've had my aunt that lives next door. I've had my cousin that lives just across the street. I've had everyone like around the corner. And I don't say that's bad, but it's also made me very like reliant on them.
Yeah.
And I would love to just not even if it's gonna be too long, maybe just a year and then I get married or whatever. But if I could just have like a season of that.
Yeah.
Obviously, I still want my mom in my life,
Yes,
and my
Obviously,
sisters, and, you know. But I'd love to experience that, and that is something that I'm excited about.
I think it's an exciting season. It's just me stepping into my career. But also apart from that, just competing.
Yeah.
Just competing. I'm looking forward to that
Give
season.
me a seat.
Just competing.
Yeah.
Because I know by the time I do compete, I would have put in so much.
Yes.
That when I do compete, I'm like, okay, this is what I've worked for. This is what I've worked towards.
Yeah.
It's time to shine again. Yep.
Yeah. Well, for me, it's man, getting married. I'm actually looking forward to getting married. I won't even lie.
Having kids. I forgot.
Yeah. I think for me, I know I'm still young, but it's like
I may be
You guys
young.
are all single and just speaking about marriage,
No,
dog.
no.
Don't just
Hold on,
use
hold
me.
on.
Yes,
It's coming soon, bro. You know,
I
No,
may
obviously speaking
be
of-
young,
Yeah.
but I'm ready.
I think yeah, that's the season, you know. But as in now, like this year, next year, it's like you said.
You want to get married this year?
No.
Oh,
I'm saying,
no, no, no,
whoa,
it means-
whoa.
I was about to be like,
Paula.
okay.
Support you.
Okay, no, hold on. But it's like you said, you're stepping into my career,
Yeah.
you know, because I believe I'm already, you know, living the way I want to live, but I just need to amplify it, you know, and just, you know, make $1 billion by next year. You know? So yeah, I think it's that, man. Just being in spaces where I'm able to build a company, where I'm able to build spaces with people that, you know, are close to me, people that I've never met before, but we can relate and create something bigger than ourselves. That's the season I'm looking forward to. Mr. LaRue?
Marriage.
Marriage. Please.
I think everyone's looking forward.
To marriage, yes,
marriage.
definitely.
But in the near future, okay, I don't know. But you know, just I think like supporting the people around me, like, because I know, like, I'm at a stage now when I'm doing things, and I will be starting new things, but it's not like new things that are like, oh, okay, you know, I need a lot of support in this. It's something that, you know, spaces that already have support in, spaces where there's already people around me, but like be able to support like you guys in what you do, even stretch out a hand if I can, if I'm able to, but like, I don't know, I think I'm just looking forward to being not like comfortable as in I'm gonna stay there, but you know, like almost just being ready.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I've been going through a lot to be in a season where it's, you know, it's a season of comfortability. So not comfortable in every situation, because that can be bad in some ways, but just a season of comfortability where I understand where things are coming from, where I want or see things to go, and that I'm excited for that because I'm just a busy guy. I'm just like very busy and everywhere and with everything, and I think I'm excited to just be still for a little bit, you know. And it's weird to say because I'm always the busy guy. I'm always busy, but I'm actually excited for that. Excited for, you know, new ventures that I'm stepping into. Excited for work, new ventures in work that I'm stepping into. Excited for relationships to grow, friendships to grow, you know, stepping out of familiar zones, but into comfortable ones. And I'm excited for this also. This podcast.
Just before we end, also.
Yeah.
I just want to say 3 things to everyone. Obviously, people that are watching also. One thing is that you should never allow your past to rule your identity. You should always choose to overcome daily. Take a stand against your old habits. Those are 3 things that I want to share before we close off.
Very good, Leah.
Like I was saying about this podcast, us growing. And I'm excited for it because it kind of just started when you're like, oh, let's film. Let's film an episode. Let's just do it. Let's film an episode. That was episode 1. First take. That was first take. That was first take.
First take.
Well, to be fair, not to brag or anything, but every episode we do is first take.
There's no retake.
Because
there's no retake. There's no prep.
Like we're saying, we want to keep it real. We want to keep it true. But yeah, that was good. Thank you, Leah, for hosting.
Thank you, Leah.
Bringing us the topic on
Shout
seasons.
out to you guys.
Shout out to you guys. Just giving us a space where we can talk about it. You know, let it linger in our minds, but we can definitely think more than just on this podcast now. But let us know what your favorite line was. Your favorite, maybe it was a one-liner, maybe it was a little bit of 2 minutes of talking.
Paragraph.
What moment stood out for you that either one of us said? Let us know in the comments. That would be good. And thank you for tuning in again. And we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.